per hour from the southwest today. Tonight, 90% chance of snow, mainly after midnight, low of 25, southwest winds becoming calm during the evening. New snow accumulation overnight, around an inch is possible. Sunday's weather. 70% chance of more snow likely till about 3 in the afternoon. Very light snow, only another inch is possible during the course of the day with a high of 30 degrees. Monday, sunshine and 29. Monday night, a tiny chance of a snow shower. Tuesday, sunshine and 32. Wednesday, partly sunny and 45. Thursday, it'll be a windy day, partly sunny and a high near 50 degrees. Thursday night, a chance of some showers, mostly cloudy and 36 for an overnight low. And Friday, a 40% chance of showers, mostly sunny and a high of 49 degrees. Currently outside our Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio here on Park Avenue in Woonsocket, it's 24 degrees.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, WOON AM and FM.
And good morning and welcome to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. I'm Kevin Callahan and I'm joined by Pat Holland. Pat, good morning. Hey,
Good morning.
There you are. Okay.
That's me.
Learning the new buttons here. All right. Hey, great show last week. You were in the captain's seat. Thanks to Eric Vargo, your brother Chris, for stepping up last week. I'm glad it took two to replace me. So you guys had a great show.
It was good.
They had a great time.
Yeah.
And you guys are hitting college football. Some soccer.
We covered a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that was great. You had Marty calling in, talking some wiffle ball. So I was like, all right, you guys touched on a little bit of everything. So that was good. Okay, just playing around with the new button. Everything. So all right. So let's get started. It's been a busy week. Lots going on. So let's go around Rhode Island and New England. Let's get you caught up. The local high school winter sports season got underway this past Thursday. Best of luck to all the winter athletes as they begin their season. We'll be keeping you up to date on the locals throughout the course of mostly the hockey and basketball seasons. But if anything else comes up, obviously we'll address that as well. Pat and I, we do have an exciting announcement for us. We will be covering for the second year in a row the Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club Winter Classic Basketball, live from Cumberland High School, Friday, December 26th and Saturday, December 27th. Friday's games will feature at 4 o'clock, Tolman versus Woonsocket, and 6:30, Lincoln versus Cumberland. The two winners will tip off Saturday night, the 27th, at 6:30, approximately, after the consolation game, for the championship game. So we covered this last year. Brian Andre, Jim Carney working hard behind the scenes to bring you this 52-year tradition to light. So it'll be our second year. So I'm excited about being able to do this tournament again, Pat.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun last year. I think we had a great time.
Yep.
Bring it into the local area via radio and TV.
Yeah.
Which is always fun. And then we were able to pick up a little bling.
Yes,
at the end, which is always nice.
So we got to bring back our championship ring. So
that's right.
that'll be great. So, all right. So that's our exciting. So that's 2 weeks from today, day after Christmas is the Friday. So less than 2 weeks. The championship game is 2 weeks from today. So that's enough games. So we'll have some stats to work with on the kids, and hopefully know who's off to a good start, and hopefully do a great job and bring you some good coverage. So it should be fun. So
we don't have to hope. We will do a good job.
We will do a good job, and we will have fun. I know that.
Yes.
That's for sure. So, all right. So let's continue on to the local campuses. I contacted Tristan Hobbs yesterday to see if there's any word yet on what country. They are officially now. It is, it's official. They will be hosting one of the teams from the World Cup this year. No word on what country they will be hosting for the upcoming World Cup, but he said he'll let us know when that happens. Maybe we can work out something with Tristan. Maybe get one of the
it'll be good
in here.
We'll get over there.
That would be great. That's coming up in June. So we'll keep you updated on that. Over at Bryant men's basketball, the 3-8 Bulldogs dropped their last game at Iona, 69-63. They're at home today against Marist today at 4 o'clock. The Lady Bulldogs, 8-3 on the season, snapped their 3-game losing skid with an 80-71 win over Boston College Tuesday night. Is Boston College good in anything besides men's hockey right now?
It doesn't appear that way.
No. I was shocked when I saw it. I'm like, I mean, nothing against Brian, but Boston College should be the preeminent New England college that's good, that competes for championships almost. And
yeah. It's not even fun. I mean, I turned on the BC. I think they played LSU last week in like the ACC SEC challenge.
Crossover. Yeah.
And LSU was undefeated. BC was beating them. I turned the game on, and BC didn't score a point for like the last 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
It went to overtime, and they lost by like 8. I was like, oh my God.
The luckiest man alive has got to be Bill O'Brien, the football coach at Boston College. Well, did they win 2 or 1? So they won opening day and the last game of the year against Syracuse, right? Yeah, bookend. In the middle, 10 losses. Yeah. And he's got a job for next year. Name one other college football program in the country where you can go 2-10 and keep your job at the Division I level. So they promised more money for the program next year for the kids. It's extra $5.
As long as he's not sleeping around with some of the
exactly
staff, I think he's good.
We if we have time, we'll get into some Michigan talk a little bit later. But yeah, I guess. Maybe Bill O'Brien is lucky on several fronts. So the Lady Bulldogs, they're off until next Friday morning. They have a game at home at 11 a.m. when they host Georgian Court. I looked them up. They're from Pennsylvania, not from Georgia like I thought, and they're Division II. They're also 2-6. So Lady Bulldog fans, if you're listening, you better win.
All right, over at Providence College, the number 16 Friars took down Brown 4-2 on Tuesday night to win the Mayor's Cup at Meehan Auditorium. The Friars will now be on the break until January 2nd. The men's hoop team beat URI last Saturday 90-71, and they also beat Brown on Tuesday 86-79 to improve to 7-4 on the season. Now things get more difficult for the Friars as they open up Big East play at Butler today at 2 p.m. Then return home next Friday versus Seton Hall at 6:30. And the Lady Friars have dropped 3 in a row, including a 57-51 defeat at the hands of URI on Wednesday. They play Stonehill today at 1 o'clock at Alumni Hall on the campus of Providence College.
PC playing Brown and URI.
We're not talking about it.
We're not talking about the tournament?
No, there is no tournament.
That I want to have. And,
the next.
All right, next.
The Quahog Cup, is that what we're going to
Sure. See, now you named it. I haven't named it yet. See, all right. You don't want to talk
believe
about it.
We talked about it before the show last week. Because I think I said, thankful that Kevin's not here because he'd be bringing up this.
We only got an hour.
Yeah.
All right. At URI, the men's basketball team currently 7-4, have lost 2 in a row. They're off for a bit. The next game for them is Tuesday at home against Canisius. The Lady Rams are 9-2. Their next game, sensing a theme here, next Friday morning at 11 versus Wagner. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the women's basketball and the 11 a.m. Friday morning games, but
not the good time slot.
It's really not a good time slot at all. But I don't make the schedule. So.
Yeah. Brown Athletics is off to a tough start this winter. The hockey team is off until the 28th as they sit in on a 3-8 record. Men's basketball team currently sits at 5-7. They are at USC next Sunday, who are currently number 28 in the country. And the Brown women, who beat Merrimack on Tuesday 7-60, are off until next Sunday. They have a 7-4 record.
Yeah, another program I think should be a little bit better than they are, especially in hockey. In the on-campus arena and everything.
They're real smart.
What's that?
They're smart.
Yeah, they are smart. So they should be better though. They can be smart and athletic.
True.
So, all right, the 6th rank out of 130 teams, New England Lightning. Our friend Paul Rogers, who joined us in studio just about a month ago. They improved to 7-0 last Saturday with a 120-103 win over the Vermont Coyotes. They have this weekend off. Then I think things get more consistent with their schedule after the holidays. Basically, they have this weekend off. They do resume play next Saturday on the road. They are at home next Sunday at 6. Again, their home games are at the Pawtucket Boys and Girls Club. A lot of local talent, so if you get a chance to see, tickets are very affordable. And obviously, this is not a bad seat. It's Pawtucket Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
So
it's probably three rows of
seats. So, yeah, really no obstructed view. So.
And goaltender Micah DiPietro stopped 37 shots to help the Providence Bruins defeat the Hershey Bears 3-1 on Wednesday night at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Forward Brett Harrison, Riley Tufte, and Fabian Lysell found the back of the net. For Lysell, that was his team-leading 11th goal of the season. And last night, the 18-5 P. Bruins powered past Hershey Bears 4-1. Captain Patrick Brown posted 3 assists, while Georgi Merkulov notched a goal and an assist. Goaltender Simon Zajac stopped 29 shots during the victory. They will finish their 3-game Pennsylvania swing with a 6:05 puck drop tonight at Wilkes-Barre Scranton to face the Penguins. They will return to the AMP next Saturday for their last home game of the 2025 year and only their second home game in the month of December at 7:05.
Yeah, such a bizarre schedule. We touched on that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're not doing the Friday Sunday like they've traditionally done, and they have only 2 home games in the month of December. It's just really strange schedule for them. So
big trade in the NHL last night. I don't know if you saw it.
No, break.
Quinn Hughes from the Vancouver Canucks traded to Minnesota for 3 players and a first-round pick next year. So
wow,
that's a big deal. I know New Jersey was trying to get him to kind of put him with his 2 brothers, but they just didn't have the pieces to move forward. But Minnesota, they picked up Quinn, and I think the Bruins are in Minnesota tomorrow. So
Bruins are in Minnesota tomorrow, 6:00 face-off.
Yep. So
time after
we'll see if he's out there. But I know Minnesota did give up three pretty top prospects.
Wow.
Plus a first-round pick.
Great.
That's what I'm here for.
We gotta get our breaking news sound. We don't have too much breaking news. So, all right, we touched on the World Cup briefly, coming with Bryant hosting. For those that may have missed it, the 7 games that are coming to Foxborough, and I do have a question off of this. June 13th is Saturday, Haiti versus Scotland. On Tuesday, June 16th, Iraq, Bolivia, Suriname versus Norway at 6:00. And June 19th, Scotland versus Morocco. June 23rd, England versus Ghana. June 26th, Norway versus France. And then June 29th will be a round of 32 knockout game, single elimination. And on July 9th, which is a Thursday, a quarterfinal game at 4:00, with the winners going to the Final Four, wherever. I'm not sure. So 7 games there. Quick question off of that. How does Iraq, Bolivia, and Suriname, which I never even heard of that, combine into one country?
I don't know if that's one country or if it's that there are games left to be played and they haven't decided what team has qualified yet.
That's what I thought. When I saw them release it, I thought it was like a co-op.
Yeah, I
know. And I had no idea. And okay, well that makes more sense.
Yeah, there's games I think left to be played. So even a couple of the groups still had, these
qualifying.
2 teams will play, and then the winner of that game will move on.
Wow, because they don't even speak the same language in this country.
No.
So, that makes more sense, and that might be the reason why Bryant's not sure who they're hosting.
And I'm not sure who would probably want to play with Iraq. Anyway. Yeah, come play with us. We're good.
We're good.
I think we're good.
So, well, that makes a lot. See, that's why you're our soccer guy. You break hockey news.
That's why I'm here.
You qualify the World Cup. All right. So this is all good stuff. All right. And we'll have that all sorted out by next June 13th. Anyway,
that's right.
So it's about 6 months. 6 months from today. We'll have Haiti versus Scotland. I know those 2 teams. I know how to say it.
Norway France is a huge game. That's a big
Norway France. That's a 3:00 game.
England's always good. So there's some good games at Gillette.
It should be interesting.
Or the Boston Stadium.
Boston Stadium.
You want to call.
There's a Tuesday game at 6:00. That should be interesting for Route 1 traffic. There's a Friday game at 6. A Tuesday at 4. Oh.
Take the train.
Yeah, take the train. Yep. All right. So when we come back, we'll get into some hot stove talk for baseball. Pat, you had sent off a pretty funny text on the Red Sox to a group text that we're in. So some hot stove talk for baseball. The Red Sox will preview. I think the Patriots are playing tomorrow. That's right. I'm going. I'll be at the game tomorrow.
Oh, these are the one game you
secured back in September, and who knew at the time it's going to be the game of the year? So lucked out there. College football, obviously in the news, not for good reasons. Not just Michigan stuff, but that's obviously that's first and foremost in people's mind. But want to get your thoughts on Notre Dame as well, if we have time. Time permits, some Bruins and Celtics softball. We also want to hear from you. 401-766-1240. We want you to join us in the cheap seats, and so join us here on 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, and WoonSocketRadio.com. We will be right back.
You can drive home in a brand new Buick or GMC by coming to Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Right now, the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a TurboMax engine has 0% APR for well-qualified buyers. All 2025 Buick models, Envision, Encore GX, Envista, and Enclave have 0.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments until next year. Stop in for a test drive today to Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. You will be satisfied.
Providing experienced, compassionate care when you need it. That describes North Smithfield and Lincoln Urgent Care Centers. Their mission is to make you feel safe and reassured about the nature and severity of minor illnesses like lacerations, sprains, ear and sinus infections, stomach and back discomfort, and more. Both facilities have X-ray and lab facilities on premises. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768-3400. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday 9 to 5. And Lincoln Urgent Care, across from Lincoln Mall, 333-9595. Open weekdays 9 to 9, Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5.
When you install a garage door, don't forget the safety factor. Woonsocket Door Sales suggests you visit their website at woonsocketdoorsales.com and read about all the new technology available to make your garage and your home safe. In addition to your vehicles, your garage may store valuable tools and equipment. It may also have access to your home. Their website also features a variety of designs and comments about satisfied customers. Woonsocket Door Sales in Cumberland, 767-3448. They install, repair, and service all types of garage doors for commercial and residential.
The world-class distributor of all things electrical is Electrical Wholesalers. They are a full-service electrical distributor with branches throughout Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Locally, they're at 113 Clinton Street next to KFC here in Woonsocket, with other locations in Cranston and Franklin, Massachusetts. Electrical Wholesalers provides the highest quality service to electrical contractors as well as residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Electrical Wholesalers is open Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Visit ew-ne.com. Electrical Wholesalers.
And welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. Right now, I'm having some camera issues, so we're gonna have the camera on Pat for a while, and you can watch us here on ON Worldwide on YouTube, and you're tuning in also on WoonSocketRadio.com and 1240 AM, 99.5 FM. Pat, I want to kind of jump into the Red Sox. There's probably one person in our listening audience that's happy. Marty Crowley is an Oriole fan, as the Orioles got Pete Alonso. 5 years, $155 million. All season, been hearing Alonso, perfect fit for the Red Sox, great swing, good numbers, right age, everything. And I heard that the Red Sox offered 3 years, $85 million. He settled for 5 years, $155 million. I'm not... Look, $1 million. I would like to think that $2 million it's more money than any of them need. Put that out of the way. However, I mean, this is almost double. I mean, the Orioles offered double what the Red Sox offered. What are the Reds? You sent the text that basically said the Red Sox are doing nothing. It was a very funny text that you sent. What are the Red Sox doing? They're not doing anything.
Yeah, but I don't know if. I don't know if my mic is on. Doesn't sound like it.
Oh, everything's up and working.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they overpaid I mean,
The Orioles?
Yeah, I mean, I heard they offered $385 with a fourth option at $35,
Okay.
and he turned it down for the 5, obviously guaranteed $155. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They didn't make an offer to Kyle Schwarber at all because I think the opening bid was above what the Red Sox were even analytically
I don't
gonna.
think he was going to leave anyway. If Philly made him the offer he wanted, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now, did you see with Alonso? Did you see who was in the running for Alonso? Some of the surprise teams, the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates were in the running for Pete Alonso. They came in just shy of what the Orioles. I don't blame him for going to the Orioles. I think it's a better division. But
But you get into this issue of like Alonso's 31.
Right.
5 years, he's 36.
Right. I mean, but
Are you just burning cash at that end on the other end?
I mean, baseball. I mean, you're in your baseball prime until about 32 or 33. So that's 3 years. But the market suggests, obviously Alonso got 5 years. Schwarber's older than Alonso, and he got 5 years. So are you taking the side of the Red Sox? I'm
not taking anyone's side. I just think, at some point you have to look at the age and the amount of money that you'd be just burning on the other end. Same thing with Bregman.
Yeah.
Like I heard they're going to offer him basically a 2-year deal, which is
basically the same as last year's
left
deal.
on his deal.
Is there any market for Bregman? I haven't heard of anything.
And I don't know if they have.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
I don't know if they have.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I
I'm
don't know
sorry.
if Bregman has any market.
Well, that's the one thing I heard. Is when you heard Schwarber recently, there was a market for him. People were going to offer him money. Alonso, same thing. We got a phone call. Let's go to the lines. Let's see who we got.
I can only imagine.
And welcome to the Cheap Seats.
Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Pat.
Hey,
Moose, you didn't call last week.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the program, guys. But I don't know if you had any special guests on last week. Was Marty on by any chance?
Marty called.
Marty called in. You mean Marty, the Oriole fan, Crowley?
Marty, the Oriole fan, yes.
No, Blues. I have a very good friend. Probably only 2 people I know of Baltimore fans. Well, it was only one until 2 minutes ago when you just told me Marty was. But what do you think the Alonso thing? I mean, look, Baltimore's got a good team. I don't know how come they didn't hit last year.
Baltimore, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to them. They lost Corbin Burns and they stopped hitting. And Corbin Burns is a great pitcher, so there's no reason why the Orioles couldn't hit last year.
I understand,
very good actor. Corbin Burns.
Mountcastle had a horrible year.
Yeah.
And a couple of other big guns too. The catcher, he had a so-so year.
Right.
All expectations from good hitters that they had in the past did not perform last year. But I'm not sure. It hasn't sunk in yet about any baseball stuff so far, except for perhaps. Do you think Bregman is going to stay as time goes on here? It doesn't look like anybody wants to latch on to him.
Yeah, nobody's latching on to him. Pat's hearing, they're basically only offering him 2 years, which is basically the same contract he had last year when they gave him 3 years. And now they're offering him 2 years, basically the same contract. And I haven't heard any rumblings. And I've been going around the stations looking up online stuff, and I haven't heard anything on Bregman.
Which leads to the question: it's the same contract, so why did he seek free agency?
Yeah, I think he's looking for the 5 years.
If he's got the same contract, if he's got the same contract, and it doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't gel. Why do I seek free agency if I'm getting the same contract I had the year before?
Oh, you don't know until you go out there.
Right.
That's right.
So. That's why they say test the waters. Test
yeah,
the
but
market.
I just don't think there's much of a market for him. He's know,
So
and
what
I
does
don't
that
disagree
lead
with the fact that the Red Sox have come out saying now, like, yeah, I mean, he's a great guy in the clubhouse, but there are other guys out there that could be great guys in the clubhouse that could play more.
Yeah, but we're talking about the almighty dollar here.
Yeah, right.
So I think somebody's going to snatch him up. I hope not, because it just doesn't make sense him going on free agency.
Well, I think the Sox need him right now because I think they are too young in the infield right now.
That would be a big blow.
And Christian Campbell at second. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but would you rather them sign Bregman or go out and get Bichette?
I would rather get Bichette.
Well, Bichette that's an attractive piece there.
Yeah.
But I don't have any faith in Christian Campbell. If they lose Bregman, that would be a big blow.
Yeah, I think they need him to stabilize the infield. However, if they can get Bichette, that would be great.
He's only going to stabilize the infield if he's on the field playing.
Right.
Well, if they get Bichette, let's just say they get Bichette and they keep Bregman, what are they going to do with Trevor Story? So Bichette going to move to second base?
You mean if they get Bichette and Bregman?
Yeah.
Oh, then Trevor Story can go over the second. I don't. Yeah. I think that is the longest of long shots. You're not going to have Bichette and Bregman on the team. There's
right.
no way.
Well, if you get Bichette, if you get Bichette and you lose Bregman, so who's going to play third?
Then you got then you can move. You could try Story there. You could try see how Myers coming back from his injury.
Well, no. With Story staying there,
if Story stays short, Bichette can play second. I think Bichette can play third too.
That's an option, I suppose. Yeah.
And then there's the rumor of them trading for Ketel Marte, who plays second. I like
San Diego guy.
Arizona.
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah, I know somebody out the west.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, go Pats tomorrow.
Go Pats.
I'm getting a call from Baltimore to want me to suit up for the third quarterback.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. You and Philip Rivers can go at it.
Either that, or I'm expecting a call from the New York Jets. I have no idea who their quarterback is.
I just read who it was, and I forget his name already.
It's like
Cook or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be cooked.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, Moose.
Guys,
have a great weekend.
Go Pats.
Go Pats.
You bet.
The Mighty Moose joining us here here on ON Radio. I got an interesting. I think interesting. you decide if it's interesting. I got a take on another take on the Red Sox, and I'm actually comparing it to hockey. If you remember back, about 20 years ago when they had the lockout.
Sure.
And the Bruins really didn't do anything, and they wanted to wait and see how the CBA agreement came out. Right now, next year at this time, MLB players are going to be locked out. Obviously, spring training doesn't start till February, but all signs indicate that there'll be no baseball, no business going on next year at this time. The owners want a salary cap. I agree with the putting the floor in like they do in the NHL. So you get your teams like the Pirates and the Reds have to spend to a certain amount. One of the things that's out there, Red Sox aren't spending a lot of money this offseason. The Yankees have come out and said, we're not spending money as much. And they did as much as the Red Sox did at the winter meetings. I think both teams are waiting to see what happens after the new CBA to see if there is a salary cap. And that could bode poorly for the Red Sox and if they have any championship hopes next season, if I'm right. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be part of the equation.
Yeah.
I mean, as a business, you have to think about that, right? We're not going to lock ourselves in and then, this agreement gets put into place and now we're trying to figure it out after the fact. Let's wait to see what's going to happen and we'll tread water or not be, the Yankees are obviously up there already.
But they already said they want to be in under the $300 million. Yeah. I guess is the tax thing that goes along with it. I think they're at 285. And I get it. Yeah. All right.
I read it. I don't know if I read an article, if I heard it somewhere, but it's not even just the salaries anymore. Like a lot of these franchises are talking about, we're spending way over the luxury tax, but all of our other expenses have gone up because we get all these other coaches and strength
Oh, yeah.
conditioning and
Yeah, everybody's got a 1-to-1 coach.
yeah, and it's they're cutting everywhere now.
Right.
Like we don't need 55 people.
Well, that's the reason why they cut minor leagues. That's why they're at. You remember there used to be 3 levels of single A that fed into a double A that fed into triple A. Now there's 2 levels of single A. There is a rookie ball, but you lost your Lowell Spinners. That was a short season A team. That was with the Red Sox. What's that?
They're back.
Yeah, as in the Futures Collegiate League, I think they are. But yes, the Lowell Spinners are back. But they cut whole leagues because of what you just said. So you got all these minor league players that are out of jobs, don't have the chance to make money. It's a cost-saving thing because now Major League Baseball controls all the minor leagues too. It's under their purview. Is that even the right word? I don't even know. But so a lot's going to happen over the next year, and I think it's going to be a lot of Red Sox treading water, so they don't have to deal with 5 years, or in this situation, 4 years of $120 million of Pete Alonso, when the Orioles may be, in theory, $30 million over the salary cap, and they will have to cut salaries to get down. If depending on how all that works out,
sure.
We know the players don't want a salary cap, so my compromise is the floor with no cap. Get the Pirates and Reds in Tampa Bay spending money that they have to spend, to get it up. And it looked like they were trying to play games with Alonso and Schwarber. They offered them decent money, like more than the Red Sox did. So, all right, we got to take a break. When we come back, probably switch gears. If you got some thoughts on baseball, the Red Sox, give us a call, 401-766-1240. We're going to transition over to the Patriots. I can't believe that they are in the position they're in with the game of the year tomorrow at home, 1:00. It didn't get flexed. Woohoo! Selfishly on that. So you join us in the cheap seats here on 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, and WoonSocketRadio.com. We'll be back right after this.
When you visit State Line Services website, you'll see a wealth of information about them and the 20 kinds of specialties they offer, including cooling system maintenance, emission testing, exhaust systems, and computerized engine analysis. Because today's vehicles are a complicated piece of equipment with a network of sensors that monitor your vehicle's performance. In other words, you need an expert. State Line Service and Tire Center, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket, at the State Line, 765-0146. New customers are welcome.
If you want your yard to be the envy of the neighborhood, then you need to contact Rosato & Sons of Westboro. They've been turning outdoor visions into reality across Massachusetts for more than 37 years. From custom patios, walkways, and outdoor kitchens to low-maintenance water features and landscape lighting. Looking for routine lawn maintenance, irrigation, or seasonal color? Rosato & Sons has you covered. They are a full-service landscaping firm doing it all in-house for unmatched quality and reliability. When you're ready to elevate your outdoor living, visit rosatoandsons.com to request your free estimate. Rosato & Sons of Westboro, where beautiful landscapes aren't an expense, they're an investment.
When disaster strikes, trust the experts at ServiceMaster by Gilmore. From water and fire restoration to mold remediation and emergency cleanup, we've been restoring peace of mind for over 40 years, now proudly serving all areas, including our newest service location in Rhode Island. No job is too big or too small. Day or night, we're here for you. Call ServiceMaster by Gilmore at 1-800-783-0552 or visit us at the web at www.svmgilmore.com. Restoration done right every time.
Blackstone Valley's ON Radio.
And welcome back to the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin. On full display for Pat is my IT ineptitude. Just press the button, Pat.
Stop touching buttons.
Stop touching buttons. It's a new system that's made easier, and it is easier. It's just
in theory.
In theory.
In theory.
But thank you for joining. Hope maybe you're watching us on YouTube today on ON Worldwide with SoccerRadio.com or listening the old-fashioned way on WOON 1240 AM and 99.5 FM. All right, Patriots, Bills tomorrow. Let's just put it out there. Pat, your thoughts on tomorrow's game at 1 o'clock. Woohoo.
Well, obviously, the weather is going to be. I wouldn't want to go to the game.
Snow should be done.
I'm glad you. Yeah, but still, the weather could be a factor. They're just going to go out and play their game, right? Limit the mistakes, and Buffalo has a tough time staying out of their own way these days. So
they have, and I mean they had the nice win against Cincinnati last week.
But everyone has a nice win against Cincinnati. But
with Burrow back, did you hear the comments that Burrow made?
He wants out.
He wants out.
They've given up 35 or more points in like 8 of their games this year.
Yeah.
And lost.
He's putting up great numbers. And, it was tough to hear. Does he want out of football, or does he just want out of the Bengals, or something going on with him?
Out of Cincy.
I mean, Cincinnati's been called the worst franchise in the league. The way they handle things. So I don't know his contract situation. He is young. He's 29. So he's got, in theory, another 10 years of elite quarterback play in front of him. So enough about the Cincinnati Bengals. So tomorrow's game. Are you expecting another big game from Stephon Diggs? I mean, he basically had his coming out party back on October 5th when they played him on Sunday Night Football again at Buffalo. Is it? Will it mean the same to him? Will he be all amped up like he was the first time? Or?
Well, I don't know, but I think that's the issue with the Patriots is that they could beat you in a multitude of ways, and it's not always one guy.
Right.
You might think it's going to be him, and then it turns into like, oh, we hit our tight ends for 15 receptions.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Well,
or now we're going to grind you out with 2 running backs.
I'm liking what I see with Travion and Ramondre in the backfield. I love Ramondre's block, and it can both catch the ball. Travion can explode for a 50-yard run at any one point. Mac Hollins is becoming one of my absolute favorite.
He's an odd guy.
He's an odd guy, but he catches everything thrown to him. I didn't expect him to be as productive as he's been this year.
Or it's Williams. And it's like
it's Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. I mean, so all of a sudden now we're back in September, they got depth that I didn't think they had.
Right.
The line is also showing some depth because with 2 guys down.
Yeah.
And they've stepped up and they're protecting Drake.
Yep.
So it's really need those guys back for sure. But
And Will Campbell, I think they, for what I've seen, he's been in the locker room, not in a brace. So he's on the IR, which means he's out until
this is
maybe the last game of the season.
Yeah, I think this is game 2.
It's the first game he's eligible to come back.
Yeah.
But to see that he's not even wearing a brace, and that's a good sign.
They said that they put him on the IR to kind of protect him against himself.
Yeah.
So he's forced to not come back because he wants to be back. Great for him. You always want these guys out there. And they'll risk injury. They're 22 years old. They'll never get hurt. This is game 2 of him being on the IR, I believe. So then they got Baltimore, which got flexed to Sunday Night Football next week, and then they've got the Jets. So the last game of the year, Miami is the last game of the year. Right now, scheduled for January 4th. That could be moved to the 3rd. It's in flux. Do you see why the Patriots are losing the tiebreaker to Denver? Do you know the reason?
Isn't it? It has to come down to is it conference wins or something like that?
It's common opponents.
Oakland
is
Vegas. Sorry,
Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, the Vegas game.
The opening game lost to the Raiders in a rainstorm.
Denver.
They got a tough schedule.
They do have a tough schedule, so I don't see them going unscathed for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
they're definitely going to lose one of them.
They got the Packers this weekend, I know the Packers are on the schedule coming up for Denver. So in theory, that that there's a loss right there.
You would think.
Right.
Green Bay's. I mean, they're consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, something like that. So it's excuse me. So tomorrow's game, I'm nervous because Buffalo's got their back up against the wall, the old scared cat in the corner. If they win, the Patriots are still in first place. A little bit tougher to clinch.
They need a little bit of help to clinch tomorrow. But
win tomorrow, they clinch.
If they win.
Yeah.
If they don't,
lose, then Buffalo pulls it within a
couple
game.
other things to happen.
And I don't know the tiebreakers after that because then Buffalo will have equaled the tiebreaker. I'm a little bit nervous of the Patriots' run defense, which was so good in the beginning of the year. Then Williams gets hurt, and their run defense hasn't been as good.
Not terrible, though.
Not terrible, but Josh Allen has been doing some great things at quarterback.
But that's on the outside. I'd be more worried about the inside.
Yeah.
Cook running up the middle than I would be Josh Allen. I mean, they can keep him to the outside, and they put a spy on him or whatever they're going to do. But then they've had success in limiting quarterbacks that are mobile this year.
Right. And they had good success. Obviously, the first time in the first game of the year. Anyway, so exciting time. I lucked out. With the tickets I have, I am going to the game tomorrow. I don't get to sit with the pretty people inside when I get cold. I do have to stay outside in the elements, but good seats. It should be fun. The place should be rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Again, when we got the tickets for this game, I think like we all did at best. We were hoping that they'd be around 500, maybe sneaking into a playoff spot.
Right. Oh yeah.
and I think we had Buffalo running away with the AFC East, and now it's just the topsy-turvy world.
Crazy.
Did you see the Thursday night game by any chance? The Tampa Bay Atlanta game?
I turned it on late. And then I shut it off because I thought it was over. And evidently it wasn't.
The Tampa Bay thought it was over.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Did you hear what Todd Bowles did?
He called out his players.
He went John Tortorella.
Yeah.
He called out his players with complete with the F-bombs and a lot of expletives. And that's not a good look. That doesn't happen too often. And not publicly. I'm sure it happens a lot privately in the clubhouse. But if you didn't get a chance to see it, go look it up. Put it this way: I can't repeat it.
Yeah.
what he said. And with 4 more games left, I don't know if you lose your whole room. Basically, to summarize, he said it's not us, meaning the coaching staff. It's you guys. We've done everything we can. It's on you. You guys are bad. You guys are horrible. and we've done all we can do. I think you lose the locker room the rest of the year with us. Or do they all unite and they all hate Todd Bowles now, who's probably fighting for his life?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a good scene.
It's not a
that's
good look.
For sure.
And Baker Mayfield, who is MVP of the first half of the season, which means nothing. Patriots
they don't get that award out.
Oh, and the other piece, I don't know if you've been listening. I've been listening to the talking heads in and around Boston and all. They now want to lessen because they cannot get off the easy schedule thing. It's I know they got to fill all this time, but now they want to lessen the importance of the Tampa Bay victory. When they played Tampa, were they like 6-1 at the time or 5-1? They were really good, and that was going to be the game of the year. But now Tampa Bay is struggling. But they also, in the same vein, won't give Carolina credit for being in the position that they're in when the Patriots beat them. Oh no, they were a bad team then. So
right.
That's not online. So that's so actually, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll finish up. I want to touch on the Michigan thing, a couple other thoughts on some college football. And you went to Matthews Arena, right?
I did.
I want to touch on that as that historic arena is shutting down. So when we come back, you can join us in the cheap seats at 401-766-1240 on WoonSocketRadio.com.
You can drive home in a brand new Buick or GMC by coming to Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Right now, the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a TurboMax engine has 0% APR for well-qualified buyers. All 2025 Buick models, Envision, Encore GX, Envista, and Enclave have 0.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments until next year. Stop in for a test drive today to Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. You will be satisfied. Are you looking to beautify your property this autumn? Look to A.J. Moran for stonework patios, steps, walkways, plus retaining walls. Are you looking to beautify your home this autumn? A.J. Moran can put veneer stone right on your house to have beautiful looking stone. And if that's not what you want, A.J. Moran can rebuild indoor fireplaces with veneer stone. It's real natural stone. Check out what they can do online, ajmoraninc.com. A.J. Moran.
Automobile construction and design continues to change, so it's important that auto body shops remain current and certified in aluminum repair and able to reproduce the entire color spectrum. Michaud's Auto Body is a certified Class A auto shop staying current with the new technology. The use of aluminum in construction has made vehicles lighter, and many of the new metallic paints require the tri-coat process. 3 layers to get the perfect match. Michaud's Auto Body, a second-generation family business. 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket. 769-1983.
If you're celebrating a major event, regardless of the reason, Michael's Meats of Cumberland can elevate your next meal from ordinary to extraordinary with meats so good your guests will ask you where you got them. Tell them Michael's Meats. Michael's Meats is in the Walgreens parking lot on Mendon Road in Cumberland, just north of the Ciabro Plaza. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 a.m., making your next meal truly special. Here's this week's specials at Michael's Meats.
And this week's special at Michael's Meats, he's got center cut pork chops for just $2.99 a pound. And as Pat mentioned last week, he is now taking Christmas orders as well at Michael's Meats. All right, welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. It was a lot of different directions I wanted to go in, but something I just mentioned to Pat off air. He went to Matthews Arena about a week or two ago for a college hockey game last weekend. And for those that did not know, I didn't know, so I'll assume others didn't know. It's a 115-year-old arena that's being torn down. I guess momentarily. I mean, within a week or two.
I think this is they're shutting it down this week. And then they're going to knock it down and build a new stadium in its footprint.
Now, did you see? Did you feel a need for it? Like you were looking around saying, "Oh yeah, this place needs to go," or what? Did you think?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
It's the oldest multi-purpose venue in the world.
Oh wow!
Like the Celtics played there, the Bruins played there. They used to host concerts, boxing.
Yeah,
everything.
It was the Bruins' first home before the Boston Garden was built.
It's definitely in need.
Yeah.
For especially for a university of that size. I think they've made do over the last 20 to 30 years.
Oh, okay.
I remember going there. My brother played high school hockey, and that's where they played their home games.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny because we went that night. It was actually last Saturday night. And he said, like, we took it for granted. Like, I played at a Division I college, like, arena in high school, and we never even thought twice about it. Right.
Yeah.
But it's the old school, like, benches are on either side.
Yep.
The paint's flaking.
I did hear about, with the paint.
I mean, they've done some small upgrades, like seats and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's definitely in need. And, I'm not sure what they're going to do because they have to build. I said that. I'm like, I wonder where are they building?
Yeah.
And it's in downtown Boston, right on Huntington Ave. There's not a lot of land there.
Right.
And so I would imagine they're gonna be playing all their games away for the next.
This is
a year and a half, 2 years
project.
At least. Yeah.
Well, what does the do you know off the top of your head? What does the current Matthews Arena what does it seat? For capacity, are they 3,000-4,000? If you had to guess,
maybe.
Yeah, and any ideas what the plans are for the new arena? I know I'm just putting you on the spot here with all these questions again. I've never been there. I
haven't seen any information on the new one. So Matthews Arena seats 4,666 for hockey.
Okay.
And 5,066 for basketball.
So my guess is they'll probably stay within that realm, maybe a little bit more. Like I know the Agganis seats about 6,000 for Boston University. I think Conte Forum for BC seats closer to 8. By contrast, Schneider seats 3 on the campus of Providence College. So my guess is they'll probably stay in that 6,000 range.
I would
You
imagine.
don't want to get too much bigger. One, Northeastern basketball, they're not exactly a powerhouse. They're not always competing for NCAA championships. The hockey team, obviously better.
The new arena is set to be 310,000 square feet, seating about 4,000.
Also, they're going to keep the seating the same.
Slightly less than.
Add more luxury
yeah.
boxes, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure, there'll be something like that. But.
Was there like one of those arenas not a bad seat in the place when you were there?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
they have a second level.
Yep.
So I'm sure it'll be more like a one level with
Yeah.
a split, but on one's,
No, so I didn't.
Last game is today.
Is today?
Yep.
Who are they playing?
I don't.
No, I think
And
Northeastern.
it says men's and women hockey teams will play at other venues for 2.5 years during construction.
All right, so this
New arena is scheduled to be completed by 2028, pending city approval. Plans include eco-friendly initiatives, retaining the iconic arch from the original. It is a nice entrance.
Yep.
That is a nice old arch that you walk through to get in. But, I would imagine that there will be more upgraded amenities. The bathrooms in there are like tiny,
old school. They don't have the trough in there, do they? Like the old Fenway Farm.
Oh, no, not that old. That used to scare me. Going to the Fenway back in the day.
The 7-year-old.
We're going to go to the men's room. I think I'm good. I'll hold it.
Exactly. Really quick on college hockey as well. Last year around this time, you and I were, saying how great Hockey East is. They had like 7 of the top, 10 teams in the country. Northeastern, at quick glance, is the highest ranked Hockey East team right now at number 11 in the country. So no Hockey East in the Quinnipiac's number 10, but they're ECAC. Right. No Hockey East in the top 10. Northeastern's 11, Connecticut 12, BC 13, Maine 15, Providence 16, BU 20, UMass 22, New Hampshire's down around 25. But as you know, they only take 16 teams to the dance, and just because you're 16th doesn't make, with the automatic qualifiers, you really need to get up to around 12 in the country to get in. I mean, Hockey East, which sent like 5 or 6 teams last year, right now is staring at 1 or 2. I mean, I've been following Providence. At best, they're a 500 team. They struggled against Brown the other day, who's not very good. What a sharp downturn in Hockey East from just in a year. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I think it's a tough league. So I think this year there's more parity than there have been in past years. So I think they just beat up on each other all throughout the course of the season, and it doesn't allow for that, separation, if you will. But
no separation. Right now, you got Michigan.
Most of the teams are 500.
Yeah, they're all 500. Again,
Northeastern's 10-5.
UConn's
9-5-3.
Yeah, they were above them.
BC's 10-5-1.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's get out of the top 10. Then the
8-7-1 for Maine, 7-6-2 for Providence.
Right.
8-8-1 for BU, who has a ton of talent. And then we get the greatest time of the year coming up, which you get the
junior tournament,
World Championship.
Junior World Championship in Minnesota.
Some of these players
are
all going to be leaving school for the next 2.5 weeks.
Right. Love that tournament. Yep, coming up. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, I think pre-tournament starts Monday.
Right, and it's always the day after Christmas.
Yep.
For the tournament to start, it's my favorite. It's such a great tournament. If you haven't watched the World Junior Tournament, it's my answer basically to one of my brothers who's like, I wish the Olympics was amateur. You know what? Go watch the World Junior Tournament. You got 10 countries. USA's always in it. Canada's always in it. 10 countries. of basically amateurs. They're college players, which aren't necessarily amateurs anymore, are they? But under 20, these are the players of the future in the NHL. It's just a tremendous tournament. You start tuning in, Pat, and I am sure we'll be talking about it more in the weeks coming up for sure. And you see who is doing well over at Boston College. Speaking of the Bruins, Hagens is doing well. Letourneau, who had 3 points last year. On the year,
he's up to like 16 or 17 this year. He's just taken a huge step forward. I think he probably should have played a year of juniors last year.
Probably.
And then came in this year as a freshman. I know from what I've heard, he played most of last season with a broken hand.
Oh.
Which obviously doesn't help. But he's definitely taken a huge stride forward this year. He's a big kid, 6'7", but he was coming out of the Canadian Prep League,
right?
Not even from their juniors. So, there was definitely, he probably could have did a year of the U.S. Junior Hockey League and then, had this be his freshman year at BC. But they,
kind of rushed him along, or he rushed himself, however you want to put it. But and Hagens is doing very well, averaging just over a point a game.
Yep.
And I wanted to ask you. Sorry, I'm all over the place. When you did the Providence Bruins report, and Fabian Lysell leads the team in goals. This is the guy that was a high draft pick, who's been, was this his third year in Providence now? Is he? I gave up on him. Is he? Any idea if he's back, like in their picture in the fold? No, he's finally having a good year.
Well, I think he's always been an offensive player, and he's put up decent numbers, but he's just never. I don't think he slides into that system.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe with Marco Sturm, it's a new system. I know he didn't fit in under the old system. And the other one I'm nervous about now, and I looked him up the other day, is Potras. He came out as the 18-year-old, and then things look great, and then he is kind of flatlined or taking a step back. His numbers in Providence aren't that great right now either, so it's he's a -3 as well. I think he's only got 3 goals and I want to say 10 assists. They played they're 19-5. They played 24 games. Oh, it's so I'm nervous of him. I don't know if he's eligible anymore for the juniors.
He's a small guy anyway.
Yeah.
And I think another guy who I think they did a disservice by keeping him up. He probably could have gone back down to juniors. They had that 10-game window that they had to make a decision, so that's why he was up. Because once he couldn't go to Providence,
right?
So that's why he was up most of the year last year, and now.
Hopefully,
decisions, right?
And it's always been like he started off so good, and like what happened? Like, how does he get his game back up? I don't have the answer for it. But and have you been following what's been going on in Italy with the hockey arenas?
Yeah, I don't quite get it because I think the last Winter Olympics were in Europe, so this isn't like. Doesn't make much sense to me how how you can botch this.
And they already have, in the sense that they were supposed to have a couple of games on the Italian ice ahead of time just to make sure everything was operational. They were able to clear get fresh sheets of ice. Now, for those again that haven't heard, the new rink in Italy, which is supposed to seat 16,000, it's shorter than NHL standard by 2 feet. Not huge. Think of the old Garden was 200 by 85. This new one is going to be, I think, 198 by, and it's supposed to be 85 feet across, I think, by 83. It's like 2 feet by 2 feet shorter.
It changes the game completely.
It does.
For these guys who are used to knowing where they are on the ice by placement of lines and they.
And a lot of times, too,
2 feet is a lot.
It is. And a lot of times, in Olympic size ice sheets, UNH has an Olympic size. It's 200 by 100. It's wider, and you can see you can physically see, like, wow, this looks like a bigger ice surface. So this ice surface, maybe not to the naked eye, but to the players who are bigger and stronger than they used to be, it's going to be smaller. It's reminded me of the old auditorium in Buffalo, the old Garden, just in the fact that it's going to be shorter. But the other thing, it might not be done They've already said there's going to be no practice games ahead of time. The women's start. I think the Olympics start February 6th. I think the first women's game is February 5th because you have to play women's hockey and men's hockey. They don't know if it's going to be ready on February 5th or that's the day they expect it to be complete. It's not just a coat of paint that they got to put on it. They're still building the arena. And it's December 13th. This thing starts in 6 weeks. And this is a huge problem. So
I think the NHL's already come out and basically said if the rink's not done, they're not sending their players.
Well, it's a long trip. So, yeah. And the players are going to be mad because they advocate for this. It's like the opposite of basketball that we've talked in the past. The players advocate for all these international tournaments, and the owners are against it, like of what happened to McAvoy last year in the Four Nations. Basketball, the owners want these guys playing to expand the brand of the game. The players are like, no, we're done. We don't want to play. So the players, if they don't go to Italy, they're going to be upset. But I get why the NHL doesn't want to send them all to Italy if the rink isn't going to be done. So yeah, that's keep an eye on that story. 6 weeks away with the rink not being done is a big story. So other things in the news too as well. Did you see TJ Watt hospitalized this week? He had surgery. I heard he was hospitalized. I read this morning he actually had surgery.
So he had
punctured lung or
dry needling done.
Okay.
And they punctured his lung.
Yeah.
So he had surgery. So
Yeah, they just said he was in for lung pain the other day. And
it came out yesterday that he had some dry needling therapy done, and they punctured his lung.
That's, I don't know how quickly you can come back from that. Sounds painful.
I can't imagine he plays this weekend.
No, not at all. And did you have any thoughts on Notre Dame, one, not making the playoffs, and then two, refusing to play a bowl game?
I don't have any. Yeah, I think they're babies, and that they should join a conference. They should join a conference.
Yeah,
take the equation out of the hands of other people. If you're not going to join a conference, then I don't want to hear about it.
My only take on them not making the playoffs, and it's something I wanted when they had the 4-team playoff. I don't like the 12 teams. I want it to be. I like the brackets. Just go to a Sweet 16. They probably make it under that, whatever. If you're number 17 and don't make it, I don't want to hear from you. If you can't crack
you could
the
say
top
that.
16. Oh, I know.
They've been saying that since it was 4.
Oh, I know, but it's but I just like the bracket. I don't like teams having a bye.
I agree.
But that's just me. As far as refusing a bowl game, that really bothers me. I sort of get you're a number 1 pick and you don't want to go to the the cheap seats bowl in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, because you're going to get picked number 1 overall by the Patriots and you back out. But the team doesn't. The team backing out, these seniors or last year players who aren't going to the NFL thought they had one more game, and you said it, they're babies. And all of a sudden they're like, no, we don't want to play in the bowl. We're not going to go to a bowl game. The season ended. I'm snapping my fingers for those I can't see at home. Just like that, and it just ends. What a terrible ending. These teams carry almost 100 guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Which means 95% are not going to the NFL. And for 20 or 30 of them, their last game, that was it. That's what I feel bad for, because administration said, no, pouted and threw a tantrum.
Yep.
That
now there's all this information coming out that Notre Dame gets preferential treatment because of their TV deals that they have, and all. So all these other teams are coming out saying, "Well, why are they getting preferential treatment on bowl games? if they're Notre Dame, just because they're Notre Dame,
right? They got them.
Again, it's not like we're talking about Notre Dame back in the day when they were a powerhouse,
right?
It's like every 5 or 6 years they put a team together.
They make a little run.
Yeah, make a little run. And so, it's,
And if and lastly, if your name is Sharon Moore and and you're out of a job at Michigan and you're friends with him, you might want to not be friends with him right now.
That's bizarre.
What?
Such a bizarre story.
Fired, then you hear 2 hours later he's in police custody. And I'm like, uh-oh. And then here come all the stories and the claims and I guess Michigan made a mistake when they fired him. They didn't have an HR rep in the room, so now it becomes the he said, and they didn't honor this. But more importantly, he's had a wife and 3 daughters, and now he's got the mistress who's
I think her father is like an NFL.
I heard that, but I wasn't sure.
I haven't pieced it all together. It's just so bizarre.
It is, and he's only 39, and his football career is over. So, what a shame. So, all right, a lot going on here. We want to thank you for joining us in the Chief Seats this week with Pat and Kevin, whether you listened on ON or watched on YouTube. We'll be back next week at this time. In 2 weeks from now, Pat and I will be doing the Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club basketball tournament, which is super exciting. So we'll be happy to bring that to you as well. We'll have more details on that. We got a special guest coming in 2 weeks as well. More on that next week. So, everyone, enjoy this great holiday season. We will see you next week in the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin here on WOON